Hello and welcome to a new video. This video is going to be different because right now, as you can see, I am in an automotive museum, right? And today I'll be taking some car photos. I'll be doing some automotive photography. I'll be shooting with 35mm focal length. So I'll be using my 18 to 55mm zoom lens with my Fujifilm X-T5 camera. So to get that 35mm full frame equivalent focal length, I'll be setting my zoom lens to 23mm focal length because of the 1.5x crop factor, right? So this place is actually not your average automotive museum. It's a parking lot for people who own these cars, and then this place also acts as an automotive museum. Some of these cars you won't see anywhere else in the world, and you can see Porsches, Lamborghinis, Ferraris and whatnot. So let's take photos of some really cool cars. I can already see a lot of nice cars around me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this POV photography. I'll keep talking about what I'm taking photos of, what am I thinking. So let's do this together.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful Porsche. I love Porsches. Nice. By the way, I'm using a circular polarizing filter to cut out the reflections. You can see there are a lot of reflecting surfaces. And the light is also not very good. Let me try this shot. This is a Citroen DS. Was very ahead of its time. Look at this interior. Beautiful. It's a very odd looking car, but it works. Let me try this shot. Nice. That's a Porsche 944 Turbo on my left. Was an understated car, but the interior is not that good. Looks a bit plasticky. Look at this one. Look at this interior. It has to be good. It's a Merc. Beautiful. It's a mafia car. Ferrari Testarossa right ahead. By the way, I'm keeping the ISO very high because there's not much enough light, to be honest, and I cannot increase my aperture more than what it already is. So yeah, I can always denoise it later on in editing. And by the way, your camera can now handle it. Modern cameras can handle this. Look at this car. So beautiful. Iconic car. Wow. That's a Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing. Called the Gullwing because of its doors. You can see why. It's very expensive. It's a very pricey car. I think one of the most expensive cars in the world right now. Easily very beautiful. That's another Mercedes. I love the retro workshop look here. By the way, if you use circular polarizing filters, it's not going to cut out all reflections. That's the same Ferrari that Sachin Tendulkar has, the 360 Modena, I guess. He got it from Michael Schumacher. Yeah, walk into my frame, come on. Yeah. I think I have another shot. Let me try this. I told him to move because I wanted to take a shot. He's waiting for me to take it. By the way, the CPL or circular polarizing filter would not cut out all reflections, and you also have to shoot at a certain angle to match the angle of polarization of the light. That's nice. So yeah, but I would say it's still a very important thing to have if you're shooting in a place like this, because it cuts out at least 70% of the reflections. You will still see some reflections, but that's just 30% of what it actually is. Let me show you another example with this class. That's a Ferrari, I think, Ferrari Dino, and that's a Lamborghini Countach. Iconic cars. So now I'm turning the CPL with my hands, rotating it to match the angle of polarization of the light to cut out the reflections, and still you can see some reflections. See? So you have to rotate the filter to match the angle of polarization. That's how it works. Beautiful alphas. If you are into bikes, I think that's a Ducati. I mean, I'm not much into bikes, but everybody knows Ducati, I guess. Let's look at these guys. That's a Ferrari Enzo in black. That's a Ferrari La Ferrari. Then I think James May tested this in the opening season of Grand Tour on the first episode of Grand Tour. If you watch Grand Tour with Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond, that's another Ferrari. I don't know the model. I think it's a 599, but I'm not sure. I don't want to speculate. That's a Lamborghini for sure. I think that's a Huracan of some sort. Huracan STO or I don't know. If you know about these cars, please put it in the comments below. I would love to correct myself. That's another Ferrari. I don't like the looks of these new modern Ferraris somehow. They look very big and bulky. I know, I mean, half of the looks are due to the aerodynamics, but I don't know. I can also see a Porsche 911 Turbo in the background. That's an understated car. Porsche is understated. This is a Ferrari. I think it's a new SUV. And then look at this. That's the OG. You get very Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift vibes. Japanese cars, the Nissan GTR. It is said that every unit, every model of GTR is hand built. The engine is hand built according to the buyer's specifications. So no two Nissan GTRs are the same. And then engine specs are different. Their suspensions are a bit different. It was the ultimate machine at one time. Very track focused. Now we are on to Porsches. This is a 911 for sure. I think it's an older 911. I don't know which one. I think it is a Targa. Nice shirt. I think it's a Targa because of the roof. I love the modern 911 Targas. The best 911 generation is a 997.2. That's the best looking 911. I think this is, and I'm not sure, this is not a 911 for sure. It looks like a Cayman. Nice. Oh, that's a Boxster Spider RS. It's a very track focused car. You see, they used to have a couple of Bugattis here before. That's why there's a big photo. Now they have moved the Bugattis. Actually, last time when I came here, they had a Bugatti and a Carrera GT, a Porsche Carrera GT. This time they have switched cars. This is a 911 for sure. Porsche put the engine in the back in the 911 and they just made it more perfect. I think this is a Chevrolet Corvette. Look at this logo. Oh my god. That's a very old Corvette, I guess. It's a 1960s Corvette convertible, and it was also used for racing. So yes, this is a Corvette. I like the paint scheme. It's a very 1960s 70s vibe. It's amazing how people in the 70s used this car for racing. I mean, American cars, at least at that time, were not very good in handling. They used to be really good in a straight line, but I like the curves. I mean, beautiful car, isn't it? These scale models, they are not so expensive. This is a Caterham. I don't know which one. Again, if you know, then please write in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. This is a very small car, very track focused. What is this? I've never seen this car before. Looks like an old E-Type Jag, but then it also looks like a Maserati. This is an old German manufactured car. I just saw it on the internet. And do you know the price? It cost 300,000 euros. So it was hand built and very rare. My experience today with shooting with 35 equivalent on full frame is very different than how I regularly shoot. Like right now, I want to have a zoom lens because of that man standing over there. But then 35 basically forces you to being in the present, enjoy the moment, capture what's in front of you. So I would like, let me show you an example. So this lady with this red car looks very classy and retro. So 35 basically forces me to capture this moment. With 35 you cannot zoom in and you cannot go wide, right? So it really forces you to focus on what's in front of you, like this interior which is flamboyant and classy, by the way. This is the color is really beautiful. But let me show you the most expensive car in this museum. A €1,000,000 car. This is the €1,000,000 car. It's another Mercedes 300 SL, and it's €1,000,000. This is an asset. It's not a liability, as financial people say. Let me show you more cars. That's a red Lamborghini on my right. A Rolls-Royce Cullinan, Rolls-Royce SUV. Then that's another Lamborghini. I think that's an Urus.
Right, so I hope you enjoyed the video today. They changed a lot of cars. Last time I saw a Bugatti Veyron also, and there was also a Porsche Carrera GT. This time they changed it. But yeah, there were a lot of cars. My favorite was a red Lamborghini and couple of Porsches. So if you really enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and I hope you keep taking photos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.